Within the spectrum, the letters between XX and XY. Infinite numbers lie between 0 and 1, 1 and 2, and so on. But no matter how much farther we count, we will always be closer to 0 than we are to the indefinite quantity. Similarly, no matter how many genetic combinations might exist in this world, we will always look back at XX and XY as the apex of sexuality. Now, making it clear, this isn't about the chromosomal anomalies which are associated with Klinefelter syndrome or Turner syndrome, or about super males or super females for that matter. This is about those Homo sapiens who are made to be felt like pariahs by the society without even having any pathos. Confused? There is this one question that looms in my head. Is there a world beyond X's and Y's? While most of us are made to remember verbatim since grade 8 that XX means female, XY means male, are we ever taught about the sexes who do not identify themselves as either of these? This whole revolution of including the different people in the mainstream has just begun. Imagine living in a time where you had to suppress your sexuality, where you had to suppress your love, where you had to suppress your dreams and desires, where you were forced to procreate with the opposite gender to start a family. Imagine the horrors of being the one at the receiving end of all this balderdash. Getting to the matter, where does the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer or intersex go? Is their existence ever going to be acknowledged? Are they ever going to be made willing to come out of their closeted cells and shout out to the world that they too are there, they too are humans? The dogma that surrounds their molecular biology hassles people everywhere. Why can't they be compartmentalized as males and females like everyone else? What is even so queer about the queers? That they are attracted to a similar genitalia carrying human, or the fact that they do not wish to reproduce normally with the opposite sex? Tell me something, are we on this earth only for popping out offsprings one after the other, who in turn can manufacture kids, who in turn can breed more generation after generation? What makes us so different from the animals then? Animals, they are far better than us, to be honest. Penguins and lions who indulge in coitus with the same sex don't do it for procreation. Instead of memorizing the animal kingdom as a part of your biology syllabus, we should actually learn something sensible from them. That is, the values of acceptance and having an open mind. The problem is that this country's people rely too much on films for knowledge. And while there are some beautiful films that show the problems of this community very nicely, like Bombay Talkies, on the flip side there are movies like Dostana which overly exaggerate the whole situation and the concept. Being effeminate is not the same as being gay or vice versa. The worst part is that we live in a society where two people or two guys holding hands are looked at another time, twice, and are addressed with, "Oh, what are you doing?" This kills the values of empathy and adoration and care in people. A very popular example which spread like wildfire in 2015 was #NoHomo. Since when does one need to justify that he or she is not sexually inclined towards the person of the same gender whom he or she has been hugging or shaking hands with? Coming from a country that could openly sculpt and envisage homosexuality thousands of years before we are sculptures in Khajuraho and Elephanta, it sounds a bit right to have people to be so far away from the real picture. Why is it so difficult to understand that we are all programmed differently? That slapping the regressive thinking of the societies in our faces time and again will not make us better, but will push us into the dark abyss even further. Not acknowledging or ignoring the existence of LGBTQI who are there between XX and XY is not a way of curing. Being defined by pinks and blues kills the zeal of becoming yellows and violets. This notion has percolated so deep in the society that colors have started to define a gender. They don't. And gender is not specific. It is just a label which gets stuck on us for no reason at all. While we continue to marinate in the genders of males and females, our sexuality remains shrouded. It is high time that we start thinking like humans and less like books that carry a stench of the medieval times that needs to be junked in the dustbin of history. Thank you.